Hi guys, this is your girl Wakeji Kamore and welcome to Reflections by Wakeji Kamore. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope that you guys are, just happy and having a great month of May. Today we are going to be looking at Psalms chapter 65. If you haven't read the chapter for yourself, please pause, read the chapter for yourself. I will not be reading this chapter word for word because it's a little bit, it's actually not that long. It's only 13 verses, but I'm not going to be reading it word for word. I'm really hoping that you pause and read the chapter for yourself, but I'm going to be giving you a summary of what's happening in the chapter, and then I'm going to tell you what it is that I have picked up from this chapter. So chapter 65 is a beautiful psalm of worship, and David begins the psalm by stating that God deserved praises. He spoke of the blessing that it was to be a man, to be close to God, that God's deeds are awesome, and that they were known throughout the earth. David mentioned several specific reasons to worship God. He says that he's worshiping God because he hears prayers, he forgives sins, he created the mountains, he still, he steals, like he makes still angry seas and rowdy people. He orders the sunrise and the sunset each day. He waters the earth with rain and rivers. He causes the earth to produce a bountiful harvest, and he blesses livestock to flourish. I think there's a lot, just a lot of the things that David was praising God for, and he was saying these are the reasons why God deserves praise. So the thing is, talking of God's blessing livestock, did you know that in 2023, juicy too, there were approximately 1,000 new species of animals discovered? Did you know that? That in 2023, there were approximately 1,000 new species of animals discovered. This fact reminds us that God's hidden work that God created, and he's maintaining these beautiful, complex creatures for thousands of years without human knowing anything about it. I mean, these are 1,000 species of animals, whether they are small, big, whatever kind. The thing is, they were not people, they were animals. Have just been found many years after they were created. And so this tells us that God has some work that he's done that is even hidden to us, and he's maintaining them. He's maintaining these complex creatures he's been maintaining them for thousands of years. And even now that we have discovered them does not mean that we are maintaining them. The Lord is still the one who is continuing to maintain them, and that we didn't even know. For generations, he has worked in secret to ensure that these 1,000 species, more than 1,000 species that were just discovered, were surviving. And we were blind to all that work. God did not feel the need to share it with us or make us privy to it in any way. So one thing that we know from the New Testament is that God cares about us, of course, more than he cares about the animals, he cares about us more. And if God has worked behind the scenes to maintain these 1,000 species that we didn't even know about, and even more that we don't even know up to date, can you rest assured that God doesn't need to tell you how he is working out things for your good? Can you rest assured that you don't need to know everything that God is doing? Can we rest assured that God is working, whether we can see it or not, and that he doesn't need to tell us that he's working? I mean, if you just imagine that in this world that you think you know everything, there are 1,000, probably more species of animals that you don't know about, and the Lord is just maintaining them. He's making sure they survive. He's feeding them. He's doing everything to just make sure that they survive. Yet he loves us more than he loves those animals. So can we rest assured that we don't need to know? I don't need to know about those 1,000 species and how God is feeding them. And in the same way, I don't need to know how God is working behind the scenes for my good. I just need to trust that it says that everything works for my good because I love the Lord and I'm called to his purposes. And what I'm doing is what the Lord has called me to do. So can I rest assured that God cares about my future more than he cares about the futures of some species of animals? That I can be confident that he's working on my future. He may never reveal what he's doing to me. He may never reveal his will. But either way, I will never doubt. I should never doubt. And I should never underestimate what God is doing. When it looks like God isn't doing anything, he's probably working on something more beautiful and complex than I can imagine. After that, that's encouraging to you. After that's encouraging to you to know that there are some animals, some species that you don't know about that the Lord is sustaining. And he loves you more than he loves those species. And so you don't need to know everything that the Lord is doing. You just need to rest assured that he's doing it, that everything worketh for your good, because that is a promise. Even when it looks like God is not doing anything, just rest assured that he's probably working on something way beautiful, way complex than you can even imagine. And let that encourage you. Thank you so much for listening, and see you tomorrow.